part of SQL, while DDL is used to create tables and other database objects and DML is used to get data into the tables and also update or delete them, DQL is used to query the data from the tables. Let us go through the details related to DQL, which stands for Data Query Language. Here are some of the queries we typically run against database tables. They are nothing but selecting or projecting the data, filtering the data, performing aggregations, joining multiple tables. If you have to join multiple tables to get the results, we have to take care of those operations also, sorting the data, so on and so forth. As you gain experience, you should be in a position to write effective queries by joining multiple tables and by clubbing all these operations together to get the desired results as per your business requirements. To get started, let us run some queries to be a bit comfortable. Later, as we gain experience, we should be able to write complex queries depending upon the requirements. Let me truncate the table. Let me first insert one record. This record is being inserted with 5 column values: first name, last name, email ID, role with A, and created date with 2020 January 10th. And then I am inserting 4 records without user role, but only with user first name, last name, email ID, and created date. By default, you will be added to user role. You can preview the results here. You can see that one user is A, other users are with U. Now, if I want to get all those users who are admins and created between 2020 January 1st and 2020 March 31st, this is the query you can run. The syntax will be like this. You have to start with select clause. Then you have to specify the columns here. You can specify star to get all the columns. If you want to specify only subset of columns, you can specify whatever columns you want in place of star here. Then you have to follow with from. Then you have to give the table name if it is a simple one table query. Then you have to use where condition to apply all the conditions, and you can see that we have 2 conditions with boolean and. The first one is user role, which is requested for A, and then the second condition is created date between 2020 January 1st and 2020 March 31st. If you want to select only subset of columns, instead of using star, you can specify columns like this. In this case, I am trying to project only first name, last name, email ID, and role, satisfying the same condition as before, and you can actually see the results here. This time it is only showing first name, last name, email ID, and user role. If you want to get all those users who are not admins and created between 2020 January 1st and 2020 March 31st, this is how the condition will look like. Everything else is same. Instead of saying equal to, we are saying not equal to, like this. And you should be able to run this and you should be able to see the results. In case if you want to get number of users by role, this is the query which you can run. In this case, I am saying select user role, count of 1 from users, group by user role, order by user role, and you should be able to run this and you can see the results. The data is sorted by role. User role A have only 1 user. User role U have 4 users. This is how you can actually get started with DQL, which stands for Data Query Language. This is just a refresher for those who are already familiar with SQL. If you are not familiar with SQL, you need to focus on those skills as you gain knowledge with respect to programming related to application development, data engineering, etc. And we will be sharing those details if you are interested. On request, you can place the request and we will start sharing the details about our other courses related to databases in detail. That being said, as we gain enough knowledge with respect to DDL, DML, DQL, etc., now let's move on to the next topic, which is nothing but CRUD operations, which is related to DML and DQL, which we have already seen. CRUD operations is the term which we typically use as part of the application development to refer to database operations categorized under DML and DQL.